Hi, and welcome to another episode of Hot Takes with me, the Silver Fox. In the last video, we looked at the police and their unwillingness or inability to do their job. This was shown by having the lowest crime detection rates on record. Of course, they were busy dealing with gender politics or the misnaming of, a trans or somebody's online hate, or dancing in a pride march. Generally, a whole load of woke wankery rather than doing their job. Well, today's another day. And another day is another dollar. I don't know why we're paying them though, because they're still not doing their job. In London, the Just Say No to Oil Brigade are out in force again, blocking roads and causing criminal damage with paint. And what are the police doing? Well, they're standing by and doing nothing, of course. What else? And so the members of the public are taking the law into their own hands and they're dealing with it themselves. Somebody's got to, and after all, it isn't going to be the police, is it? So we're going to take a look at this article and see some brave members of the public standing up and doing what the police should have been doing from day one. Let's go. So here we go. The public defy the police to keep fighting back against Just Stop Oil Eco-Loons, despite officers' pleas not to take them on. And we have the moment a man tackles a paint-wielding protester and sprays her orange. The passerby sprayed the paint-wielding protester orange after trying to stop them from vandalising the MI5 building. The police were there. The police were watching criminal damage happening in front of their eyes and did nothing. And then a passerby, a member of the public, actually stepped in and did it. Well done him, right? Fucking cowardly police just standing there. The member of the public was seen intervening despite police calls not to take matters into their own hands. If the police aren't going to police the nation, the people have got to police it. There's no point in having a police force that are going to stand there with their hands behind their back going, oh, nothing to do with me because I'm a coward. 6 Just Stop Oil activists have been arrested for spray painting 4 buildings in London, but only after the public intervened because the police wouldn't do it. The eco mob also targeted the Home Office, the Bank of England and News UK at 8:30 a.m. on Monday. Buildings chosen to represent pillars that support and maintain the power of the fossil fuel industry. How did they get there today? Because you can guarantee they got there under the power of fossil fuel. They didn't ride no damn bike, did they? And even if they did, those bikes would probably have been made of steel. And to make steel, you need coal. So, you're idiots. Anyway. A member of the public has defied police calls to not directly intervene with Just Stop Oil Eco-Loons as he tackled a protester as they sprayed orange paint across the building using a fire extinguisher. Well, this protester isn't a protester, they're a criminal. They're causing criminal damage. And the moment they do that, the police should be arresting them. And not only should the courts be dealing with them as criminals for causing criminal damage, but they should also fine them, but also charge them for the full cleaning cost or damage cost. And once they're all having to fork out thousands upon thousands of pounds every time they do things like this, they'll soon stop doing it. And give them 6 months, at least 6 months. Give them 6 months in prison and the full fine and charge them for the damages. The video captured the moment the furious passerby jostled with the climate activists for control of the device and sprayed them with their own paint as they doused the front of the MI5 building on Marsham Street in Westminster. Tez Burns, what a stupid name, a 34-year-old bicycle mechanic from Swansea, because of course she is. So she's travelled all the way from Swansea. How did she get here? Because you can guarantee it wasn't by bike, right? So she's used train, which is powered by electricity, which in this country means burning fossil fuel. She's a hypocrite and a twat. She says, I don't want to do this. Well, don't then, you stupid cow. But then added that the simple demand was for no fossil fuel licences in an expletive-laden exchange with the passerby this morning. This is why these people are so really, really stupid. They go, oh, no fossil fuels, no more fossil fuels, no more oil, no more this, right? All right, let's listen to these people. Let's stop all oil tomorrow. Let's stop every single drop of oil. No more oil. Now watch the world collapse. Immediately collapse. Because not only is there no oil for any kind of transport, there's no electricity, there's no plastics, there's no agriculture, there's no medicine. Because these stupid stupid, ignorant, uneducated wankers seem to think oil equals petrol. Oil is used in so many different ways. In fact, the petrol engine was invented simply because we had no other use for petrol. The fractional distillation of oil, everything all the way up. Petrol was a waste product. We had no... And so, okay, let's get rid of all the cars. What are we going to do with all the petrol? People can't answer this. We're going to still crack oil because we need all the other things from oil. Fine, we're not having cars. So what are we going to do with the petrol? If only there was some way of, I don't know, burning it to make use of it. These people are fuckwitted morons. If you ever look at a bell graph of intelligence, they're not even on it. They're so far to the left, they're not even on it. After the incident, Burns said, the government has taken our future. I want our future back. You couldn't tell me your future because you couldn't tell me what to replace oil with, you idiot. She said, it's criminal in action. No, you're a criminal in action. The government does nothing. What does it do? Well, what it doesn't do is collapse the entire economy by listening to morons like you. It issues new fossil fuel licenses. Yes. It says we need to drain every last drop of oil out the North Sea. Yes. That goes against everything that all these internationally respected bodies are telling us. No. They're all saying, yes, use less oil, but they're not saying stop it. Not one of them, because there's no alternative yet. Fusion is 30 years away and will always be 30 years away. And unless you are prepared to build 36 to 40 nuclear reactors over the next 10 years, oil is all the way. Anyway, she says, here I am, an ordinary person. You're not an ordinary person. You're a nutter. You're an extremist and you're a criminal. You think I like it? Yeah, I do. I think you love it. I think you love being special. She said, no, this is something I feel is a duty and I have to do as a citizen of the UK. Well, I'd like you to not be a citizen of the UK. I'd like you to be a prisoner of the UK. Anyway, we're going to take a look. It's just gobbing on about things. So here's this is the video. If we can play the video, we're going to get the video. Yeah, so here's the video of the man. He's come up to her. She's spraying. He's just a passerby. He's grabbed her. And he's grabbed it. And then he just looked straight into her face. And he fires it straight into her face. And good on him. I'd have choked her to death with it and hit her over the head with it, honestly. I'd have made sure she felt it. It would have been purely accidental, of course. And yeah, so anyway, she's got there. So here's the aftermath of it. So she'll be easy to recognise, won't she? He looks like he's about to batter her over the head with his umbrella. Well done to him. I don't know who he is, but I salute him because he has got more of a spine and more balls than all the policemen who were watching that. And we know there were policemen watching it. See, this is it going on and all the bits. We know the policemen watching it because they came and arrested her. They were there. See, more criminal damage. More criminal damage. More criminal damage. These people need to be arrested. And they need to get heavy time. The trouble is the courts are sitting there going, oh, yes, well, that was very sad, blah, blah, blah. And they're just bounding them over or nothing. If the court started giving 6-month sentences, which is as much as you're going to get out of a magistrate's court, but you start giving them a 6-month sentence, charge them with criminal damage, give them the fine for criminal damage, and make them repay all the cost of the cleaning, they'd stop doing it because ultimately they also are cowards. They're only doing it because they know they can get away with it. And unfortunately, they're right. We have craven policemen and wankers for fucking magistrates who keep letting these assholes back on the streets. Anyway, I'm going to stop now. Now, of course, you must have the right to protest, and no one is saying that they don't have a right to protest. But there's a difference between holding a few placards up and shouting in the street to say what your view is and what you'd like to happen, or going on television, giving a reasoned argument as to why your point is right, and offering alternatives to the status quo, that sort of thing. That's absolutely fine. Nobody would complain about that. But when you are blocking roads, causing criminal damage, and now you have blood on your hands because that incident with the bridge, when they closed the bridge and the ambulance couldn't get through, 2 women died. So these people are not virtuous do-gooders trying to save the planet. They are dangerous extremists who have caused the death of people. That's who they are. That's what we're dealing with. And they're stupid as well. I mean, she's out there painting orange paint everywhere, an oil-based product. You couldn't get over the irony of this. Now, of course, nobody's saying that you shouldn't use, less oil, less fuel, less energy generally, or use renewables more. Absolutely, completely agree. But you cannot get rid of oil, because oil does not equate to engines. Oil has got so many uses, and we will be using oil forever. Even if we got all our energy needs from nuclear power and and solar and wind, if we got all our energy like that, you'd still be digging up oil, because we still need oil for so many other things. But they're too stupid to understand this. Anyway, I shall leave their stupidity behind and move on. Thanks very much for listening. If you like what you see and hear on the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already, ring the bell for notifications of future output. Leave a like, leave a comment. Please share the video. And until next time, stay safe, stay well, keep using oil, and goodbye.